The American flag over our embassy in Cairo, Egypt, ripped down and burned today. A large group of ultra-conservative Muslim protesters managed to scale the very high walls there, shred the flag, set it afire, then replace it with the black flag bearing the Muslim profession of faith. Hundreds of protesters marched on the embassy earlier today. They say they are furious over a video which demonstrators claim was made here in the United States. A video they say is insulting to Islam. And now those protesters are demanding that the U.S. ambassador, who wasn't even there at the time, leave Egypt altogether. And now, just developing, a similar incident across the border in Libya, where militants have apparently stormed a U.S. consulate. The Fox Report's chief correspondent, Jonathan Hunt, has the details for us today. Is there official reaction to this yet?
Yeah, U.S. Embassy officials in Cairo tonight seem to be trying to diffuse a protest that is actually growing by the hour. We understand that thousands of protesters are now outside the U.S. Embassy in Cairo, where officials released a statement which seemed to accept that this protest is the result of this reportedly anti-Muslim movie that is being promoted via the internet by some anti-Muslim campaigners. In their statement, those officials said in part, quote, "Respect for religious beliefs is a cornerstone of American democracy. We firmly reject the actions by those who abuse the universal right of free speech to hurt the religious beliefs of others." Among those who have reportedly promoted this movie are that Florida Christian church leader Terry Jones. You'll remember him. He threatened to burn the Quran back in 2010. But whatever the cause of these protests, State Department spokeswoman Victoria Nuland said earlier today they should not be overestimated. Listen.
One of the things about the new Egypt is that protest is possible. Obviously, we all want to see peaceful protests, which is not what happened outside the U.S. mission, so we're trying to restore calm now.
But now we hear of this similar incident outside the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya. And Sky News, our cousins across the pond in Britain, are reporting tonight that the Libyan Interior Ministry is saying that an American has been killed in the clashes there, Shep.
Wow, it is astounding to hear it from the analysts how either one person or one tiny group among 300 million people in this country can cause this sort of a problem. But we know it's not the first time we've seen this sort of protest. Far from it.
No, not far from it. We remember, of course, the protests that happened after that Christian church leader in Florida, Terry Jones, proposed burning the Quran back in 2010. And then, of course, there were the protests across the Middle East in 2005 after a Danish magazine published caricatures of the Prophet Mohammed. But the concern now with this particular incident in Egypt is that this is the new Egypt. The new Egyptian president, Mohamed Morsi, of course, is a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, and there will be questions about security outside the U.S. Embassy. U.S. Marines are responsible for security up to the perimeter wall. Egyptian security forces should have been there. One imagined could have spotted this group, which numbered more than 1,000 initially. We heard there'll be questions tonight, Shep, about what those Egyptian security forces did then and are going to do now.
Middle of the night there. You wonder what tomorrow brings. Jonathan Hunt, thank you.